If the Miami Hurricanes lose to Florida State this Saturday, I will dye my hair red in the post-game react video. I know that I'm always wearing a hat, so you guys don't see my hair real often, but you're just going to have to trust that there's a little bit of something up top. I promise it's there. It's not a whole lot, but it's there. Just sit there and try to picture it for a moment. I'm going to sit really still and just picture Coop with flowing garnet locks. Honestly, though, the good news is I won't have to do it. What's going on, Canes fans, and welcome to the FSU fans as well. Don't worry, I want you guys to feel welcomed on this channel because I need to see some trash talk down in the comment section. But before we get into this preview video, I need you to go watch my FSU diss track, We Own Doak, that's up on this channel right now. If you've already seen it, cool, go watch it again. If you've already left a comment, cool, go leave another comment. It's hovering around 3,000 views here on YouTube at the time of filming this video, but it's hovering around 50,000 views on Twitter at the moment. So make sure that you share it up, like the video, comment on it, dislike it if you're an FSU fan and you didn't like it. But either way, just make sure that you insert some trash talk because that's what I'm looking for. I don't claim to be a rapper. I don't claim to be good at making these music videos. I'm just here to entertain, and I enjoy getting the fan bases talking, jawing it up a little bit, and just hyping up the game. So I've got it linked in my pinned comment. If you missed it somehow, go check it out. I would appreciate it. Also, do not forget that I will be going live on Friday night for the usual call-in show to discuss this game, and you guys can call in, give your score prediction, and if you get it right, you win not one, not two, not three, not four, but $500. And all you got to do is take a few seconds out of your night, call in, and give a score prediction for the game. What are you waiting for? So what more do I really need to say to hype up this game? It's freaking Florida State week! I realize that both fan bases are a little down and out right now, but when these two teams face off, you can just throw records out the window. This is a win that the Seminoles need desperately, and for multiple reasons. Right now, Florida State is sitting at 3-6, and you know what that means. There are 3 games remaining on their schedule, so they must win out to become bowl eligible. There's also the fact that Miami has now won 4 straight against Florida State, and I understand that FSU went on that nifty little 7-game win streak against Miami in the past, but we're talking about right now, and lately, we own you. And right now, Canes fans are a little divided. You have the fan base that loves and supports Manny Diaz and wants him to continue being the coach. And you have the Canes fans that wanted to see Miami tank the season, that actually, believe it or not, want the Hurricanes to lose to expedite the process potentially of bringing in a new staff. But I think that we can all agree, at least I do, that we can all come together for Hate Week and just trash FSU. Because there's one thing for certain, whether you like or dislike Manny Diaz as a head coach, he has not lost to FSU since being the head coach. Now, not everything is doom and gloom for the Florida State Seminoles. Hold up. They actually grade out as the number 4 defense in the ACC.
Are you sure?
The problem is their offense actually grades out as the worst in the ACC.
Oh. Okay.
It was also just announced that quarterback Jordan Travis should be good to go for this game. He actually missed last week the NC State game due to the flu, but he's supposed to be 100% or as close to that as he could be because they released a depth chart and he's QB numero uno. This has FSU fans a little more hopeful, at least I think it does, but don't quote me on it because, of course, that can come down to a game time, game day decision. So at this point in time, they're anticipating and expecting him to start and be ready to go. But things could change between now and then. Now, there's actually two things that I, as a Miami Hurricanes fan, cannot deny about FSU. And that's going to be they have a pretty solid run game and a very impressive D-line. And I mean, looking back at the run game, if I'm not mistaken, they currently rank 38th in the country in average rushing yards per game. That's honestly not too bad. But let's talk about Miami for a minute. On this 3-game win streak, about to make it 4, with 2 wins over top 20 opponents. Miami has definitely found a quarterback in Tyler Van Dyke, and we're starting to build up a small amount of confidence and a little momentum. The big issue here is that although I will always take winning over losing, Miami's wins have been way too close for comfort. The last 3 victories that I just mentioned were won by a combined 8 points. The Miami Hurricanes just seem to struggle with taking full control of a game and never looking back. So now let's take a quick look at the history between these two teams. Miami and FSU have faced off 65 times in total, with Miami leading that series 35-30. As I mentioned earlier, Miami is currently on a 4-game win streak over FSU, and the final score to last year's game was 52-10. But now let's transition over and discuss more team stats for both of these squads. And this is going to be overall stats so far this season for both of them. And just keep in mind that I don't do any of the 0.2 or 0.8 stuff. I round these numbers up or down respectively. And I'm going to put a little graphic image up on your screen so you can follow along. So far this season, average points per game for Florida State, 28, Miami 33. Points allowed against them per game, FSU 27, Miami 30. So you're noticing pretty similar numbers here so far. Average yards per game for Florida State coming in at 378, Miami 454. And yards allowed against them per game, FSU 389, Miami 405. One thing that I would like to mention is how flipped it is when looking at average rushing and passing yards for both of these teams. FSU is throwing for 188, with Miami coming in at a whopping 310. But when looking at rushing yards, FSU is approaching 200, with the Canes at 144. So now that we've talked lots of numbers, let me give you my personal 3 keys to a victory for both of these squads. And I'm going to kick it off with Florida State. Number 1, the Seminoles like throwing to the middle of the field, especially to Keyshawn Helton. So honestly, just continue to do more of this, because the Canes cannot seem to cover the middle of the field no matter who we play. FSU also leads the ACC in yards after contact. So if their running back Corbin can get to the second level of the Miami defense, especially in the middle of the field, it could equal big yardage. Number 2, FSU's D-line is pretty impressive. I'm going to be straight up. I'm not going to lie. Especially when looking at Georgia transferred defensive end Jermaine Johnson, who has 11 tackles for loss and 8 sacks so far this season. There's no denying that Miami's O-line struggled early, but has progressively gotten better. Miami gave up 4 sacks against NC State, then 3 against Pitt, and then only 1 against Georgia Tech. But FSU is going to need 4+ sacks in this one to slow down Tyler Van Dyke if they want to stand a chance. And lastly, FSU must hang in the fourth quarter. Their last 2 games were within 1 score at the start of the fourth quarter, but then the Seminoles just couldn't keep up. Football is 4 quarters, and FSU must leave it all on the field in each of them. And now 3 keys to a Miami Hurricanes victory in this game. Kicking it off at number 1, force quarterback Jordan Travis to beat us with his arm. Let's get lots of pressure on him, but contain him and force him to throw. When Travis is under pressure, he really struggles to accurately throw the ball. Number 2, Miami needs to consistently put our running backs and tight ends in one-on-one situations with FSU's linebackers. NC State successfully did this and exposed that FSU defense. And lastly, Miami must find a solution for short yardage situations. Rhett Lashley, please, I'm begging you, whether that be Thad Franklin or Rhett Lashley changing up the plays in that scenario. I don't know, but something needs to change ASAP. And now it's time for everyone's most anticipated, favorite, most viewed portion of the video, my score prediction for this matchup. But as always, you know, I'm going to hit you with that completely pointless ESPN matchup predictor. They have Miami's win percentage chance coming in at 61.9% and FSU at 38.1%. So Florida State is the underdog going into this matchup at Doak Campbell Stadium. Oh boy. I've already talked a ton of smack on this one, guys. It literally started on Saturday evening after the Georgia Tech game. And I got to tell you, I've had a lot of fans tell me, Coop, you can't talk trash, bro. Like, look at Miami's record. You can't say nothing. If Miami was 0-9 right now, if we hadn't won a single game, I got to tell you something. I'd still be talking the same amount of trash because it's hate week. It's Florida State week, bro. So yeah, I'm going to be talking some mad trash. I don't care. Yet Florida State's 3-6. It don't matter to me. So I talked all this trash. I released the diss track. What's my actual official score prediction in this one? Now, here's the deal. I realized that last year's score was 52-10. I've got the Miami Hurricanes putting up 41. And the Florida State Seminoles putting up 17. So I've got a big-time win for the Miami Hurricanes at Doak Campbell Stadium. Is my score prediction disrespectful? You bet it is. But I don't respect Florida State. And I know people are going to say, Coop, in that diss track, bro, you said, you mentioned the 50 burger. And I did, But the trash talk in the diss track is a little different from what I officially want to predict when using my brain to predict these. In the preview videos, I try to not go with my heart. I go with my brain. I try to use common sense. And, like I said, Miami's offense has been improving, but at the end of the day, we're averaging 30-something points per game. So do I really think that we put 50-plus on FSU? I hope so. But I don't necessarily think it's realistic with Florida State's D-line. And again, it is a rivalry game. So even at 3-6, Florida State is going to play us pretty hard, bro. A lot of these guys, played against each other in high school, maybe played with each other in high school. So it's a heated rivalry. So I stand by my 41-17. I realize also that, again, that we've struggled this year, but not as bad as FSU. They're just straight trash, bro. So let me know your score predictions down below in the comment section, or save them for the call-in show so you can win this stack of cash, the $500. Again, I'll be live 8 p.m. Eastern time. Call in and get an FSU fan to call in, bro. If you got a friend that's an FSU fan, call him up and be like, yo, you got to hop on Coach Coop's show. You can win $500. Plus, we could trash talk and just have a good time. I'm not going to call you out or put you on the spot. It's all in good fun on my channel. I don't know about other channels, but I keep it about football. No personal attacks or anything like that. And once again, don't forget to check out the diss track video. Hype that bad boy up. I'm loving the reactions and stuff on it. And don't forget that we'll be live during the game. 3:30 p.m. Eastern time for this matchup. I don't know what channel it's going to be on. I think it's on ESPN, but I'll have links if you need them. Let's soak it up, guys. Let's enjoy this because it sounds wild to say this. But do you realize that there's literally like only 3 or 4 more weeks left in the regular season of college football? Like, we wait all year for it to get here. And now it's really kind of, we're on the tail end of things, of the regular season. So definitely enjoy every single second of it. Thank you guys so much for all the support you've been showing me on this channel. Thank you so much to all of the Canes fan members. You guys were going off last week during the live stream. We had a ton of new members join up. Thank you guys for all the love. Remember though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, except for the FSU fans. But at the end of the day, I gotta say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out.